is Sasha and this is my space. I hope you all are doing well today. I hope you had a gorgeous Valentine's Day, even if you're a single gal like me, because honey, the thing is, whether you are coupled up with somebody else or you are focusing on yourself, keeping that sexy alive is so important for our confidence and our self-love. And that's what I want to talk about in today's video. It is so important for me to feel good, to look good, to prioritize pleasurable experiences, pleasurable atmospheres, beautiful atmospheres. And I think all of these things truly contribute to the amount of confidence that I have in myself and that I have for my future. When you feel sexy inside, that energy and that light just radiates out into the world, and your confidence is on display in the best way. It doesn't matter who's checking for you because you checked for yourself. It doesn't matter who's praising you with compliments because you praise yourself. It doesn't matter whether someone asks you out or not because you're courting yourself. And this year, as I approach the third decade of my life, I turned 30 this year, I think it is that much more imperative that I feed myself and water myself with all of the love that I'm able to give to myself. Reminding myself that I'm a beautiful, sexy being and that I don't have to wait on any man, any woman, any person to tell me that for it to be true. I know it's true. I really feel like I've somewhat mastered the art of feeling sexy as a single woman, and I want to share that with you guys here. If there's anybody else who is getting older, you're finding that, you know, your love hasn't come along yet, which is fine, but you want to get back to that sexiness, that self-love that you once knew, that maybe that spark that has dwindled or diminished a little bit and you're trying to get that back. I really feel like this video can help you tremendously. I think it's going to help you tap back into that power, tap back into that confidence, that energy that makes you you. And these aren't drastic things. These are just everyday things that I do for myself that make me feel my best. So one of the ways that I make myself feel sexy even while single is I date myself. And what I mean is, if there's a new restaurant I want to try, if there is a new art gallery I want to check out, if there's something going on and I don't have somebody to do it with, I take myself. Time waits for no one, okay? And I have to admit that I used to be that girl that felt kind of awkward or silly going places by myself. I don't know, I felt like it wouldn't be any fun. It would be so much more fun if I had a partner with me. But the truth of the matter is, these urges that you get to go to these places, you're probably being led down some path that will inevitably connect you to that person, right? Or at least that's the way that I think about it. So you just kind of have to go on about your life and do the things that you love, do the things that interest you, your hobbies, outside of work, outside of family, outside of obligations. What is it that makes you happy? What interests you? What brings you joy? And for me, it's taking myself out on little mini dates. So about once a week, I take myself out to a nice dinner, whether it's local like Winona's, a spot around my way in Bed-Stuy, or it's a little more upscale in the city like the Soho Grand Hotel, which y'all, if you've seen my last video, you know I'm obsessed with the food there. I just think it's so important to immerse yourself in beautiful places, eat beautiful food, surrounded by beautiful people who could be strangers, who could not be strangers by the end of the night, but just putting yourself out there in those spaces, even if you're alone, does such great things for your confidence. And you're not waiting around for somebody to come along and give you these things. You're already doing them for yourself. You're already used to this level, this standard of excellence, of beauty, of courtship. So dating yourself is so important. I think it gives you a chance to maybe get reintroduced to yourself, to get to know yourself better, to figure out what you like and don't like, to learn how to be alone even. You do not always need a companion to do the things that you love. And as I get older, this rings more true to me. I'm no longer waiting on anybody to do the things. I'm just going solo dolo and I'm doing the things. So I love taking myself out on a little date, girl, okay? I'll bring my earpods, my phone, I'll be watching Netflix at the bar, like whatever it is, but just take yourself out, get out there, surround yourself in these places that you've never been, around people that you don't know, and just see what happens. You never know. Another thing that I love to do to make myself feel sexy is daily affirmations. And I'm sure that affirmations are something on everybody's list, and they should be, honestly. I think affirmations are such a beautiful way to remind yourself of your power, of your beauty, of your essence, and really just let that sink into your subconscious so that it becomes your standard. It becomes your way of being. There's not a single day that passes that I don't remind myself of how beautiful and sexy and desirable and strong and confident and amazing I am. I speak to myself the way that I want to be spoken to by a partner. And I feel like, again, when that partner comes along, I won't be necessarily needing those affirmations from them because I'm already giving them to myself. It's a great addition, and I would like that, obviously, but I've already been doing it for myself, so I'm only going to accept somebody who can add on to that, you know? And when you speak those affirmations to yourself, saying them in front of a mirror just takes it up 10 notches. And that is another thing that I do to make myself feel sexy. Some people might call it mirror magic. Sometimes I feel my most powerful, my most seductive, gazing into my own eyes in a mirror, telling myself how amazing I am. That essence, that sexiness, that power just gets intensified when you make eye contact with yourself in the mirror, reciting these amazing affirmations. So I encourage all of you watching here to try it, and then circle back and tell me down below how it made you feel. It might be a little weird at first, like, why am I talking to myself in the mirror? But sometimes you gotta get Issa Rae with it, okay? Sometimes you need to rap to yourself, but some good stuff. Another thing that makes me feel super sexy is tapping into my creativity. Whether it's executing an idea that I have on film, or it's starting a new painting, or it's diving into an art book, whatever it is, that sparkle of creativity, when I tap into that, when I am in creation mode, I feel like a bad bitch. I think creativity and creative people are so sexy. There is a confidence that you have to exude and embody in order to be vulnerable, to put your art and yourself out there. I truly cherish the moments when an idea pops into my head and I get something really good. Bringing an idea to life from a thought into the physical world is such a sexy thing to do. Like, how powerful are you? You took a thought and then made it into your reality. I think that's amazing. I'm always trying to keep that creative juice flowing. I'm always trying to experiment with new things, find new outlets to express my creativity. And speaking of expressing my creativity, another thing that makes me feel super duper sexy when I write erotic poetry. I have to admit, it's been a pretty long time since I've written a sexy poem, but when I do, I always just feel like I'm tapping into a part of myself that not many people get to see. And for me, that hidden part about myself is very sexy. I almost feel like I'm tapping into like this alter ego of mine. And with me being a Gemini, that twin honey, that other twin, she's sexy, okay? She has things to say that she wouldn't dare say out loud when the sun is up, but when the light goes down, yep, she comes out. So I love when I get to express who she is through my words and in that creative way. I do have to admit though, I'm a little bit shy about like sharing it, but I've kind of gotten the inkling that I should most recently, so maybe I'll add it to my poetry website. Let me know if y'all want to read that. Another thing that makes me feel super sexy, especially as a single woman, is keeping my heart open. I feel like when you're single and you're dating, you're trying to find your match, and it doesn't work out, right? It can be so easy to get jaded and get discouraged, but someone like me, I've never taken it there. I always remain open to what the universe is trying to bring to me and what it's trying to teach me. I'm always open to the spark of falling with a new person. I always remain open. I'm always willing to try again. And for me, that is super duper sexy because that means that I remain vulnerable, and vulnerability is very sexy. I mean, think about it. When you meet somebody and they are just an open book, they have no quarrels about baring their heart to you, about telling you their true feelings, about being emotionally available. How sexy is that, right? How amazing is it to connect with somebody on such an intimate, intellectual, and emotional level? That is super duper sexy. And last but certainly not least, one more thing that makes me feel super sexy as a single gal is getting dressed up or dressed down. Like I said, I'm not waiting around for nobody to do the things that I want to do or wear the things that I want to wear. Just because I don't have a man yet doesn't mean I can't throw on a little lingerie, have a little moment for myself. And it doesn't even have to be lingerie, it doesn't even have to be super like risque or raunchy. It could just be a cute little set pajamas like I'm wearing right now with a beautiful robe to match. But whatever it may be, when I get to dress up in something sexy and silky and a beautiful color, beautiful fabric, I just feel like I am the most beautiful woman in the world. I feel feminine, I feel beautiful, I feel delicious. So ladies, if you are like me and you have a wide variety of sexy looks, do not wait for some special occasion to put it on. Put it on now, just because. Put it on lounging around the house. Put it on to do laundry, child. Put it on underneath your pantsuit to go to work. Why not? Dressing up for yourself in something sexy is such a beautiful way to affirm to yourself, again, how desirable and beautiful and magical you are. And those are just some of the ways that I make myself feel sexy as a single woman. And there are plenty of others, trust me, but those are just a few. But what I want to know is, how do you feel sexy? What is it that you do if you are single to make yourself feel really good inside so that that radiates on the outside? What is it that you are doing to implement more sexiness into your life? Let me know down below. So I really hope that you all enjoyed this video. I feel really, really good about life and about myself right now. I feel good about turning 30. I feel good about the sexiness that I embody. And I hope you all are feeling the same. And if you weren't, I hope this video was a reminder to you. So thank you all for watching. I love you, I love me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.